everyone, and welcome to day 13 of my 25 days of Christmas movie reviews, and I've got It's a Wonderful Life. In 1946, a little black and white film came out called It's a Wonderful Life, and it's still a Christmas classic to this day, and it is just absolutely perfect. As far as the story goes, you've got George Bailey, who wishes he'd never been born, and an angel grants his wish, and he starts to see the results of how much others' lives were impacted and changed because of him, and because of his situation and what he did. But first, he's got to live the life he never even wanted in the first place. Ungrateful bastard. So, I really got into this movie as a kid, and I haven't really gotten a chance to watch it as a reviewer, but now I see how much I've missed it, and it ended up being a pretty decent movie. Now, I think that some of the greatest parts about it, it's got the dialogue in this movie is some of the most memorable, and scenes are some of the most charming and just classic scenes, and some of them were actually pretty hilarious, especially in the beginning, especially in George Bailey's younger years, before he ended up marrying Mary. Spoiler alert. I think it's got a pretty decent cast. You've got some of the most lovable characters, George Bailey and Mary, played by James Stewart and Donna Reed, and the not-so-lovable Mr. Potter, who hasn't even aged a day, and he's just this big old Scrooge in town. And he just doesn't care how much money he has compared to other people, which is kind of sad because that's Marxism right there. George and Mary weren't always peachy keen with each other, but they ended up getting married and having a couple of kids. So he says, I don't want to get married, he says. Oh wait, I don't mean it, he says. Can you believe this movie has a sequel in the works? And I had found that out, a long time ago, and I was really pissed off about it, but Zuzu Bailey might star in it, so I guess it's kind of cool. And you've also got the hilarious Uncle Billy with the pet crow, who is also very cool as well. So some of the things that I liked about this movie, I liked how George seemed to have a good life in the beginning, but then it started to tumble downhill, and he had a lot of drama and a lot of issues that he had to deal with that he felt personally responsible for, and then you see the repercussions of his actions sort of pull through, and especially that first meeting he had with Clarence the Angel, I thought that was wonderful too. Pun intended. Even though I did like the majority of the film, I would say I did dislike at least one thing about it. So it's not that big of a deal, but the story does drag on a bit, and it doesn't seem to be going anywhere, which made it a bit boring. Now, I hate to say it because this movie is such a good movie, and it's a classic, and one definitely not to miss during the holiday season, but it doesn't really have a lot of things in it that really interested me at first. Then I watched it, and I saw, oh my gosh, I could probably cry watching this, because it was happy in the end, and it put me in good spirits, let's say. So, would I recommend checking out seeing this movie? Yes, definitely a movie not to miss during Christmas or the holiday season, because it sends a lot of good messages, of things, and, I'll just leave it at that. So, overall, It's a Wonderful Life is a pretty good movie to see, and like I said, definitely not one to miss, so I can't stress that enough. So I would give this 4.5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of It's a Wonderful Life, and come back tomorrow for day 14 of my 25 days of Christmas movie reviews. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates. Come back every week for a Child Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.